How y'all doing today? Happy Monday, April 23rd to you. I was thinking about something that I heard on the news a couple weeks ago that kind of popped back in my mind. A report had come out by late March that more households right now are living together with kids and they're not married. And, I got to thinking about that a little bit. Now, the thing troubling about the report is just that you think about people like Brad and Angelina Jolie who are stars by any means, so they can do that. Were are together for a long time with kids that they had adopted some kids, and just recently they just it's been rumored that they got engaged. But you have regular households doing this. Now I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because of economic reasons. The report cited multiple reasons, but economic reasons were some, no motivation to get married, generational experiences. If you came from if both of your parents were married, you may not be too motivated to get married. And, the woman might not be ready, the man might not be ready, and so they remain uh, boyfriend and girlfriend or roommates. Maybe the other person doesn't want to be married. Maybe they just want someone to split the bills with. I don't know. That's not the way I was raised. But I would just say to the women in the relationship, because I believe that every woman that's with a guy for a long time deserves to be a wife. Every woman deserves to be a wife, and every man, at some point when he's mature, mentally ready, deserves to be a husband. Now, I will say that for most women who are waiting for their man who they've been with for 3, 4, 5 years to finally give them a ring, they're waiting. And my question is, why wait? This is not your grandparents' days. This is not the back. This is not back in those days when the man was the one that worked. Went to college, so he was like, was of course the breadwinner. He was the one who, when he was ready, then he'll approach the woman and make him his wife or ask her to be his wife. But those days are not like that anymore. Most women are as educated, if not more educated, than the men that they're with. That's just a fact. These days, you'll see a survey that most enrollees of a medical school or a law school are mostly female in a particular class. So so I don't think women have to wait for that man to be, economically ready, because most of the time, from my experience, a man wants to wait till he's, financially ready to be a husband, and I get that. But at some point you have to make a decision. I know a guy who's 45 years old. He's been with his girl for 15 years. They have 3 kids. He hasn't proposed to her, and he said that he's waiting. He's waiting to get his shit together. And I'm like, you 5 years away from 50. If you ain't got your shit together by now, you're not gonna have it together. So either make that woman your wife or let her go somebody else will. Now, like I said, things have changed. Most corporations have a female CEO. Most professors are females. So females are now more empowered. So my message to you females, why don't you go all the way with it? If you have a man that you've been dating for, I say, over 3 years, you have kids with, y'all live together, y'all share bills, and you're still waiting on the ring, take the bull by the horns. Propose to him. Now, for some of y'all might be laughing right now. It may sound funny to ask a woman to propose to a man, but think why? If you get the ring and he becomes your husband and you love him, does it really matter who asked who? It's a submission thing. The man gets on his knee, submits to the woman to ask him to take her to be his wife. why not the woman, if she's ready and she's been waiting for a long time, ask the man, get on one knee, publicly or privately, ask him to marry you. I mean, why not? Y'all are living together. Y'all have kids together. I mean, you're pretty much married. In most states, and Texas is one of them, there's something called a common law marriage, which means if you and the person are living together, sometimes if you have kids, it matters. But if y'all living together, share bills, have one or two bills in your name, you're technically married. So that means if y'all separate, each person is entitled to half. Look it up if you don't believe me. But propose to that man. If he says no, well, now you know. Now you know where he stands. Now you know he probably wasn't ever going to propose. Now you know you probably were going to be a baby mother for life. And knowing that, you can now make an informed decision on whether you're going to stay in this relationship or not. And I will hope you do not, honestly. If you're a woman listening to this, in a long-term relationship that looks like it hasn't yet amounted to a marriage, propose to that man. If you really love him, I mean, you've already made the ultimate connection by deciding to have kids together. I mean, if that's not more personable than anything else, then I don't know what else is. You know? If you love a man enough to lay down with him, have kids with him, live with him after that for years, and you're still living with him, you need to get a ring from that man by either, giving it to him, which forces him to give it to you, and y'all get married, or you need to stay in that relationship knowing there's never going to result in a marriage, or you need to bounce and find a man that will make you his wife, because one is out there. I mean, I think about an episode of Love and Hip Hop. I'm sorry to cite reality shows, but blame my wife. Love and Hip Hop. The young lady on there, Jim Jones' girlfriend, Chrissy, on one of the seasons, proposed to him. Now, they had been together for quite a while as well. And that's what I'm talking about right there. We're talking about women empowerment. We're talking about the age of, women doing for themselves, your independent women, quote unquote. Then if you're with a man who, for whatever reason, is not pulling the trigger, for whatever reason, go ahead and let him know that, look, you're not going to wait for him to get rich. He may never get rich. You're tired of waiting, and you want to be his wife. And get down on one knee and get that man the ring. And I'm sure he'll give it back to you. Or he'll say, I'm not ready. I mean, damn, if y'all been together 10 years or 5 to 10 years and he's not ready, you know right there he's never going to be ready. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll talk to you later. Politics coming up.